Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Napoleon Total War with the Eras mod. Today it looks like we will be able to achieve our objectives and win the campaign. However, it's a pretty unsatisfying way of winning the campaign by taking a rather backwaters province of Pomerania. Doesn't seem like a grand finale to take that. So, I intend to, which a lot of people have been asking for, to enable the 40 stack army so we get a huge battle with lots of units in it. Now, who are we gonna fight? At that point, the Prussians might not have enough for an epic battle left, or at least not concentrating troops enough. Going after the Russians might take a lot longer to try and figure out and get them into a shape, because I don't know where their armies are even. They have not presented any big stacks against me. So that could be an option, but it's like So the two options that I'm thinking of is the Austrians, because the Austrians have definitely still tons of full stacks ready for a larger battle. And then, to follow up what someone else thought, was to go ahead and attack our current ally, the Italians, for the backstabbery of Murat. So we would fight them, and they certainly have enough full stacks. And if I go ahead and declare war on them, their armies would be moved back to their starting position, or their country, so they would be forced down here, I imagine. And they would all be concentrated here for potentially then a huge battle. So I think that's the two options. Fighting the Italians or the Austrians as one final big battle. I also want to have the Polish go in and reclaim their own country. Like, we'll have the Polish army go in and claim that. But for today, what we're going to do today is we're going to fight in Pomerania. But before we go ahead and do that, we're going to go ahead and land that army against the Russians. We're going to ride up first along the sea. Ride up. And we're going to take a look. Oh, they have actually... I guess my spy left kind of a trail after himself, because it seems like the Russians have started to building armies in these regions, which was before completely empty. Or could it be the Russians are building forces because I am inching closer and closer, and they could be smelling the defeat of the Prussians? And so it would be high time for the Russians to actually kick into gear and put their armies to good use. They have bullied smaller countries. We got a rebellion possibly going on here. I bet though that the Russian army could handle that. We did actually have a rebellion going on in western Prussia. So we still have remnants of two rebel armies. And they're still unhappy in the province. And the Prussians have yet to put any good troops in there. Good amount of troops. To quell that rebellion. So that could be troublesome for them. Right. I do have the advantage here of... I think I have more troops, and I have a cannon. They potentially only have Cossacks. So that should be easy enough to defeat. Anything else I need to move? No, I don't think so. So let's go ahead and set our sights then on Stettin. Setting our sights on Stettin. I'd figured we'd lead with an army that actually have, let's see, Davout, doesn't Davout have any? Yes, he has, yeah, he has a few of these named units. So I think he will lead the charge then against Stettin. He is then intercepted, strangely enough, by the Prussians. It's a smaller force of the Prussians, where about 1,000 men intend to block us, and then they're gonna bring up 3,500. If they'd actually let me fight at Stettin, they could probably have brought in the army back here, and they could have bolstered this number up to 6,000. In this case, their about 4,000 is gonna have to fight mine almost 10,000. Don't really stand a chance, do they? But that's their choice, and it's their grave to dig. And with that said, let's go ahead and dig that grave for them. My troops are gathering and setting up their lines as the enemy decides to charge us. Actually, they're not going after. They're going after the lights, so you can still move into line and open fire on these early cavalry charges. The 6th Lancers broken, and the 11th will soon follow, as the 13th is holding the line in square. They formed a wedge going after Majovsky. However, looks like they just barely about reached him. You'll hold fire. The rest of the first 1,000 men was actually gathered here in a line, but they seem to have pulled back towards the hill here, rather than to stay out front. Right, what do we have here? The Cossack Guard is coming up. We'll wait to fire once they're closer. I'd say that's close enough for these Cossacks Guard. And within seconds, they're reduced to about half strength. And now simply a third. As per usual, the AI has thrown away its cavalry. I'm gonna order up what's it called? Joseph Napoleon and his brigade to take the village here. The artillery will be set up here. You will go back into light as the Prussian Fusiliers are closing in. And then Majovsky's Grenadiers will hold on this side. Show everyone at fire at will. I've got the heavy cavalry over here, Gillyflowers, and the 2nd Heavy Cavalry Squadron, the Dragoons, with Hussars on either side. Although over on this side might not be as useful as it's going to be on this side, as the enemy is trickling in. As soon as possible though, I would like the cannons to open fire. We're about to get Tanner Andrews in position as well, so we can start lobbing shots towards the hill. I do want the cannonballs to be able to go all the way up to the edge of the forest there, so I'm going to order Andrews' battery a little bit further forward, so that he's able to join in on the barrage of the hill, or at least up to the crest of it. It's guard artillery. Well, if they don't deploy, it's not going to go too well for them, is it? We're ordering Andrews to deploy. I'm going to order these forward just slightly. The alarms were broken, and now we got musketeers mustering on the hill. I'm going to put down superior firepower by putting the entire brigade on them. And currently the enemy isn't really gaining any ground towards us. I will order the center brigade to move forward as well as Napoleon, or Joseph's, I might say, to not confuse him with his slightly more famous brother. Right, I want you to target the enemy artillery. The loss of their artillery will hopefully spur them to action. The Prussians hold the high ground, but they're facing 4 regiments, so they're 1. Oh. We've got Lancers coming in. Although I think that we could probably... What are they doing? They're exhausted. They're not really... As soon as these guys are ready to fire at them, they should break. I don't think this regiment has fired its muskets. If I order it to halt, I could potentially... they're already broken. Right, advance. Continue to advance. We've got more cavalry coming in here. I'll put the 2 units over here and these 2 mods to the side, while the lights will take up the space in the middle. I don't think it will take much to break this cavalry unit. We'll continue to advance though. Alright, their musketeers were broken. This unit is getting flank fired from the hill. I loaded the grenadiers to advance upon them, and the lancers to follow. Our artillery is that our artillery or is it the enemy's artillery? Seems like it is both. We'd imagine it is the enemy artillery that is hitting us though. Right, get into position quickly. And then you 2 over there with the hussars going around. I do wish to destroy as many of these retreating troops as possible. You should probably wheel to be able to face who's actually shooting at you. Maybe speed up the process here. Alright, let's have the lancers come in through the back and get that regiment. And then you will hurry up here while the hussars move to surround. Alright, once the hussars started to close in, they were quick to break once more. Another unit, single out. And soon enough, I'm sure that one will break as well. The Jaegers are probably doing a little bit of a number on us, but they're alone. Let's not go ahead and lose the hussars here. The unit was completely destroyed though, and a chevron gained. We'll go ahead and pull them back. Have I broken their artillery yet? Given the amount of fire that I've laid down upon them, you'd imagine more guns be destroyed. Concentrating more troops here. It might be, since the enemy artillery isn't even firing back at us, it might be worthwhile to focus artillery fire on that hill. Right, my Jovsky's grenadiers will continue to advance on it. We've got grenadiers out in the open. Musketeers move like that and that to close the line. Hussars have turned up in the back, ready to attack this unit right here. We got the 2 Fusiliers to fire in on the Prussians in the village. Not looking too well for them. Looks like the Prussians are almost gonna cede the hill to me. The artillery fire, plus now the musket fire, and soon enough the hussars coming in on a flank attack with the rest of Majovsky's brigade breaking on. They should not stand for long. I will redirect the artillery onto something towards the center while the hussars make their attack. I will order the grenadiers to continue up the hill, take control of it. The enemy's artillery is now beginning to fire. I'll order the hussars to go after that. The grenadiers will turn up with the two others marching through the village. The hussars forcing the enemy troops into my infantry. It's Freikorps. It's a Freikorps unit and just a musketeer, both of them routed. The hussars will move forward and break up this Fusilier unit, while my grenadiers will go ahead and recover. I think, what is it, my own artillery fire that's going through here? I thought the guns would fire higher. Let's go ahead and return fire on the enemy. And then, as these two units are setting up now, I'll order them to run actually. The center is potentially a little bit weak here. I'll order forward the heavy cavalry, just in case. I think these guys are ready to fire. I'll order the hussars to go through and go after this one. And with that, it should be the two grenadier units should be able to then open fire here. Right, we're pushing through continuously. Let's get all units through here. The secondary hussar will swing around.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
I do realize they're tired. The lights here are not doing too well. I think it's a lot of friendly fire, unfortunately. It's been overlapping this unit, which has caused a lot of friendly fire. These two units are quite weak at this point. Let's see if you can focus on other units. The hussars now exhausted. I still want them to... Could be dangerous here as we're running close to reinforcement. Leave on that side instead. Now I think the my artillery shots are hitting through. For the heavy cavalry, we'll organize behind this unit. And then we'll strike all the lights that are situated here, which are quite a lot actually. There's 4 units of lights. Right, move to the side. Don't run too far. And what is going on here? Grenadiers, charge. Fusiliers, follow. Gillyflowers, charge. Dragoons, follow. Lights and Fusiliers, hold fire. As I intend to continue this. Actually, go after the lights. Split off 1 on each. And then you can fire at will again. Bayonet charge went through. Now let's hurry through and deal with this one. And aid your comrades. The hussars are getting fired upon from the hill. Pull them back. The 2 heavies go through, continue through. And these 3 units will advance. The lights will also advance. We got a lot of troops joining up over here. We still got this one though that needs to be dealt with. Oh. Let's go ahead and deal with that. 2 heavy cavalry units go after that one. Actually, let's see. I'll detach Gilly and go after this. And it might also be time to move up the artillery. They potentially were firing in the backs of our own troops. They need a better vantage point. Let's go ahead and set up Joseph's brigade a little bit better. And then the center one here. The lights will sit in the back. They've lost quite a lot of men. The grenadiers will be more clearly moved into these woods, with the hussars setting up on the side. Dragoons having a little bit of a difficult time dealing with this one on their own as Gillyflowers come in to strike this one in the back. Should hopefully make short work of this Fusilier regiment. Let's see. Guns ready to be deployed forward.
The men are fatigued, sir.
And the general following. After this though, all the cavalry units need to retire and rest for a bit. There we go, they're broken. Dragoons losing a heavy amount of troops as they were charging this one, fighting uphill against a full-sized regiment. Get quickly into position to prepare against these, and you also need to hurry into position. I know you might be tired. The hussars are very tired. They should move further out to the side so that they could aid here. This brigade kind of stopped too early. There's no point in standing all the way back here. Move up to join in with the grenadiers on the enemy. Looks like this is the end of the Prussians here. They're not gaining any reinforcements. I will then order the hussars to go after the retreating troops and set up behind the enemy. That must be enemy fire because I have no cannon deployed. They've deployed in a bit of an awkward situation there. Risk of friendly fire from these two. Move up like that. I'll order in the hussars on the 2 retreating units here. Oh, we have... I think we have already beaten the regular force that came up from outside the town, and this is actually some of the units that were fighting, that were supposed to fight us first. They're not doing too well there. I need to deploy further troops to deal with this one, and I need to extend the lines to push as much fire down upon that unit. Meanwhile, I think these two could compact a little bit, while these could take up more space. Let's see. You have successfully killed off that unit. What's the tired? Very tired. The artillery. There's no great positions, but you can set up here, here. We could potentially get some shots off. Should be getting pretty good amount of kills firing this way, as they're lined up, and we're firing down that way. Got enemy cannon fire going through, killing riders as well. These units should actually move into action. Let's take a look. That's an okay angle. Right, we've got one unit about to break. There we go. Broken, broken. Even though the hussars are tired and exhausted, I think going after the guns here with the hussars would probably be what the Prussians need to see to give up here. The battle at this point is won. It's just about how many men will die before the Prussians realize. I will take these 3 units and we'll move forward rapidly. To see about firing up the flanks of the enemy. As that is happening, the other units should march as well, because now there's a risk of friendly fire. This unit broke before no one was actually firing at him at that point, but troops came up so close that he figured that it was all over at that point. You will attack there, and you will make sure no one leaves. And then all these units will start to line up to deal with that last one. Right, let's go ahead and wheel you guys up against this one right here. This one's fresh. You can actually run, probably catch this one, kill it. Now there's only one unit remaining. Any second now I will be victorious. Right, turn. And let's get rid of these Prussians right here. And then for this last one, very tired hussars. We'll deal with that one. Troops forward. Troops forward. Everyone forward at this point. There's no point in deploying the guns here at the last bit. I think it looks like this unit actually realized the battle was over at this point, and they were trying to make it off the map as the hussars hit them. Now the hussars are very tired, and they're down 25 men. However, cavalry is highly boosted in this mod against infantry, and there's the result. Although the infantry here was very tired as well, so it kind of evened out in that sense. Unfortunately, we weren't able to take Stettin in one battle, but I'm sure there won't be a lot of troops left after this. Here's the result of the battle. No surprise that we won. We had 10,000 men ready to take onto the field against the Prussians 4,400. We ended up losing 1,000 men, which is kind of a lot, as we deployed 3,000. So it's a third of our men that were actually deployed ended up dying. Where in which it looks like we inflicted about 120 or 100 and a little bit more on our own troops. However, the Prussians suffered a real masterful defeat here. Masterful, I don't know. I've had greater battles. I was looking for something to describe it with. Masterful. No, I've had better battles. However, the Prussians wished they had a good battle because they only have 226 men left after the battle. When it comes down to it, Hussars killed the most. No surprise there, they were riding down the enemies. Bit of a surprise here. Out of nowhere, the 24th, which I believe is Majovsky's Grenadiers. A little bit of... I didn't realize he had killed that many. He ended up killing 325 while losing 91 men. I wasn't aware of the fact that he was killing that many. And then we have Gilly Flowers killing 258. Then we follow up with more Grenadiers, Dragoons, and so on. As we come further down to the bottom, they even gave kills to the units that didn't even reach the battlefield. Huh. Anyways, there's the victory, and it seems like we gained some abilities for quite a few generals here. Generals, of course, that didn't take part in the battle. Mortimer, confident general. Yeah, I'm sure he's confident, and he wasn't even there. And steady under fire. Yes, steady under fire. I don't know what kind of fire reached him. Right, we have a secondary force then that needs to be defeated before we can go ahead and take the town. Looks like they could possibly be reinforced there. We're gonna bring up... This one needs to rest. We can't bring it up for the next battle, so it will be Mortimer then that swings around the town to strike Engel, which is able to bring up reinforcements. He's got 3,000 men and he's going to bring up 4,000 in reinforcements. So now it's more of an even fight, where the enemy actually outnumbers us, where they've got 7,000 men against our 5,000, because Ney is not able to reinforce in this battle. I'd say though we've got a pretty great chance even with this. The enemy is calling out its cavalry to attack towards our artillery position. I have managed to take control of a house right here. That is heavy cavalry. You will hold fire. And as that is happening, the rest of the brigade will advance. The light unit is completely overrun. And looks like the enemy shelled their own unit with a howitzer shot. Let's go ahead and have the old guard advance as well. I didn't realize that they were going to push through that hard. And now they're at the guns. The cannon crew will be ordered to, if they can make it, to go for the house. Could be too late for them now. One time where the enemy's suicidal cavalry charges has actually worked out for them. Unfortunately, I think we shot quite a lot of our own there. I don't think we'll be able to man a lot of those guns at this point. Which is not a great start to this battle. Ooh, the experimental howitzer with its, what's it called, lime shot. It's killing a lot of the troops inside the house. That piece of... oh god. Oh yes, now I remember. There's multiple reinforcements here. I do have a second battery. And that battery needs to be pulled up into position where I can strike at that howitzer. I don't really want to give up as such a strong point as that house. This must be troops from potentially the previous battle, or just the ones that were left back in town. Freikorps Lancers. I expect then a few more units to turn up from out there. Unfortunately, the light unit. How many were lost out of that light unit? I can't even see. There they are. 67 men left. There's more cavalry in there. It's one Landwehrlan, and then there's a cuirassier moving through, plus a musketeer. I do want to start to advance towards the position here though. Looks like they might have switched their targeting and targeting the chasseur here instead. The two light units will start to advance. Along with... oh, now they're bringing up artillery. I don't want that to open up in the back of my old guard brigade, so I'm going to send cavalry over. Actually, send both of them. There's going to be something else coming out there soon enough. Looks like they are deploying. Oh, it's two guns. Here's my artillery. I don't want to set it up too close to the wall. Let's set it up here. Right, the Fusiliers held off, but they didn't really come for them, did they? Let's see if I can advance these two around this way, while you can advance forward. Ooh, the unit inside. Yeah, it's taking very... oh, it was actually the house that got destroyed. I thought the house was not going to take that much damage. The enemy's cavalry is now kind of coming through town here, so I'm going to force to form into square. That's not great. That's two lights and one of my guns taken down. My heavy cavalry will deal with these idiots though. We do have a 6-pounder out there. Alright, I fear you have to go into square as well. That would have been a nice position to hold. Not a great start to this battle. Right, move like that. You should be able to get quite a few shots off. Probably have to draw troops over there. Let's see, are you able to fire? I just ordered these one guys out of square. The old guard got hit by the howitzer, killing loads. I don't think I can hit it. The only way to dislodge that is to actually break into town and destroy it that way. Right, I'm gonna need these units here quickly, and then you will turn up as reserve. General close by. Are these guns actually firing? Potentially, this one's firing. Yes! It's able to level a few shots. You're firing in there. The lights turning up here. And then once you're able, you will pull back to form line back here. And then the old guard is advancing here. The heavy cavalry is successfully dealing with the units that came out here. Oh wait, is that... I think this might be the major army coming out here. No, it cannot be, can it? If that's the case, they're gonna have to kill a lot of those. So general coming in from this side. It's a Lancer unit. Right, I need you guys to start firing. You can continue to lob shells that way. The old guard is now coming contact with the enemy army here. I'm gonna have to take this out. Where's my 2 hussars? I'm gonna have to send them all the way over there. Right, are we... Yeah, there are more and more units coming out here. This is not gonna hold. At the same time, I'm not really ready to relocate tons of troops over to deal with that, especially since I need to break in and get that howitzer. Here comes the next batch of howitzer shots. Who's running now? We got a light, got another light, and oh, it was my heavy cavalry. Alright, the enemy broke my 2 heavy cavalries. Now we're gonna be beset from the back, and Davout just enters in with his forces. 2 light cavalries will have to be moved over here. This battery needs to be moved closer in. Right, we're breaking a lot of this, but you're low on troops. You will sit in the back and form into square. Right, you will form into square before you get attacked by the dragoons. And then we'll have 3 old guards plus these guns moving in while the hussars take out that. That one only has 1 artillery piece. Oh. And then the small units from town, or remnants of the last battle, coming out through there. We're winning here, though. So we should be able to pull forward here. We need to be within musket range, gentlemen. Alright, hussars. Deal with that. Drop the square. Move to join over here. You can move up. We're gonna get close range canister. It's actually a line unit that's coming in. So form as long line as possible. The general will join you over there. Hold fire while the general moves closer. Enemy cavalry attack. We got 2 of them coming in. Line infantry lining up something along those lines. I'll set them up right here, right behind the line, and then I'll order the units to move aside so that I can fire canister into this. Right, deploy. Hold fire. The Hussars dealt with that. They should move to aid over here. Oh crap, there's a lot of units moving in, isn't there? You have really nothing to fire at, so why don't you just fire at that? Try not to shoot our own men in the process there. Right. Looks okay right now. The enemy pulled back. their heavy cavalry managed to win that fight. But have you been firing your pistols? Unnecessary? Why am I standing out here when I can be standing behind the wall? And then the hussars don't need to be that close. Oh, now we're gonna shoot our own if we continue like that. Switch to round shot. Fire into the town. Ooh, you're not necessarily gonna do too well if the enemy is able to fire over there. Squares are no longer needed. More and more Prussians are coming out here. Actually, it seems... hopefully it won't be more than these 4. Ah, I took out one of their howitzers, that's great. Hopefully there won't be any more troops coming in here, so I can put you to good work here. Wonderful, breaking that one. Let's have the lights push through. Switch location on these 2. And then you move here. They're almost broken in here, so just march through. Let's go ahead and claim that center. Artillery just continuously firing through here, trying to hit the guns in there. Even at this range, they might be able to do some damage. Oh, the old guard has rallied. Wonderful news. Oh, there are more. Yeah, there are more units coming in here. And I have a single old guard standing in the way. You should probably turn. And I will bring the smaller light unit over there. And this Fusilier as well. And then you will take that spot over there. You will move in through here. And then we hope that the canister through here plus the 2 old guards should be enough. With the smaller one moving towards the center. Oh, even more of them are coming out here. Might have to try and just try and stop them by ordering in the hussars for a charge. The lights no longer have a clear target on this unit. Move them like that. The Fusiliers will hold right there, and since we've got him right there now, you will hold. And these 2 will move through town. These are getting broken up by all these canister shots, plus the fire of the old guard. Come on! Give him some more. Right, I'll order forward the old guard to run over all of these. The gun will now be moved. You will set up over there. The old guard here broke that unit. And I'm gonna order in the hussars for an attack. The light's gonna join on this side. You're gonna join there. We got these 3 focusing in here, and we got 2 infantry units coming through. Actually, just walk through, because what it looks like now is that my old guard will deal with the 2 batteries that are left in there. The howitzer fired, and they're hitting nothing. My hussars struck, and they broke that unit and broke this unit. You will hold fire. Let's go ahead and aid the secondary hussar unit. Wonderful. Now we'll redirect the battle towards the reinforcements. I do have cavalry reinforcements from Davao that will be ordered over there. Lights, take a forward position on that side. General, rally. This guard will hold as the two hussars move in to strike. The guns will set up over here. And now you can hold fire as the enemy got run over by hussars. And the general will close in. Some of the units were rallied over here, but most of them broken, so I can focus most of the units over here. We've got one and the general rallying on this side, so the old guard here will line up and deal with that one. And the hussars just deal with this unit. I don't know, the angle here is not great. Might be better to set up the guns over here instead. Alright, the hussars dealt with that completely. Form square on that stupid general. The battery has rallied, but they're not going for the guns, are they? So, we don't have to worry about that. The Vu needs to join in. They're coming really close here to the light unit. Open fire. See if we can break that nonsense before switching targets. The lights are in a pickle here. However, gilliflowers. What's that? There are no other guns. I don't know what that was. What was that? What artillery is firing? As far as I know, there is no artillery left. They're gonna go on this side of the ridge. Oh yes! Now I remember. It's you! You are the gun they're firing. Right, the hussars will come over. And gilliflower will come over. You will hit these guys in the back. Switch to round shot, fire over here. Let's see if we can't trade places here and have the lights move to the front as the grenadiers then retire. You should drop your square and move up on the wall. You broke that, so you should come up here as well. And now I have too many men in this area. The hussars broke theirs, and gilliflower broke that unit. There's only 3 Prussian units remaining. I wish to continue my charge, but now charging directly into musket fire would not be a good look. Right. We got 3 units ready to take everyone's place here. And I do have the 2 hussars out here. They are kind of wounded. They could probably be forced off the field. It's more Prussians coming out. It's more Prussians. Let's go ahead and advance here. Switch on them. Fall down on them to destroy them. Hold fire while that charge goes in. There's more Prussians. I thought maybe, just maybe, the battle would have been completely over by this point. There's more and more of them coming there. What I can do, though, is I could potentially go ahead and take complete control over that entry and destroy anyone that turns up. Right, now it's time for all these units to retire and let these three go ahead and take over. With this one should actually leave and move out like that. How many more are gonna turn up there? I do notice that this one has lost troops. Hussars set up over here. We got more cavalry from the Vu, which is good. Could this be the final bit? The final 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units that are now coming in. Musketeer rallied. I don't know how he's managing to rally because his general and everything else is gone. Looks like there is more units coming in. And we got grenadiers. There's plenty of troops coming in. I have to remember that there was, what, 6,000 Prussians ready to fight in this battle. Pull back a little bit further. You can move out to that side. Let's see. I want to see where the end comes. When will we have found the final number of enemy troops? Because then we can finalize the battle by one final strike of the cavalry. All these smaller units will be moved out to this side as the weaker troops are held up. Well, it seems like most of the attack is going down this way. Aim for that one. Could probably be a good shot up the side. Now it could be that no more will be turning up. However, I can still see quite a lot of retreating units. And a few more of those might need to retreat. What is going on here? And it is militia. Militia that will be taken by surprise. And routed. 2 frontline units broken. And the cavalry now slaughtering the militia units. And they will continue through that into the Fusilier battalion. Forward. Let's not lose the grasp of this. Oh, he formed square, the bastard. Clever. Hopefully not clever enough. Fire on him, and the lines will continue to advance quite a bit here. They're about to set up. You can now hold. Let's bring you up a little bit. See if I can't get my hussars around there. And now we got the new fresh hussar ready to go and strike over here. Probably time for you guys to hold. Cavalry to prepare. Once more.
A glorious victory, sir.
Hit that bloody square. Right, the enemy does not look too hot here. The hussars strike there. They just broke their square, but at the same time the 2 Fusiliers that were moving up here broke. Without losing that many men, I do think. We've got the enemy breaking all over the place. The gun will now concentrate over there. See if I can't move forward and rally these two. There's so many troops over here to kill. This is really the final unit to beat. Hold fire as the cavalry charge is going in. Not really super necessary
Our men are
to
running
rally
slow.
these. Alright, one of the hussars broke. But at this point the entire enemy army has broken. They're running into the fire of the... it's not Old Guard, it's Fusilier at this point. We got Old Guard over here though. Continue to chase these bastards off the field. And then the infantry alone will deal with this final unit. The guard here might be able to... no, their position is good. They do not need to move. And they're broken, and I have achieved the secondary victory.
And must rest a while.
We have won the second battle, and now Stettin is under our control. As the result of the battle, we deployed 6,000 men against 7,000 Prussians, although a large part of those 6,000 never took to the field on our side. We ended up losing close to 2,000 men, 1,800 men, while the Prussians lost 5,000. So at the end result, we still have 4,000 men, while they have 1,500s. 1,500, I should say, 1,500s. Even multiple 1,500s, but not here. It's a Grenadier Guard that end up with the most kills. No named unit though. Followed by Hussars, followed by Trillier Chasseur. Managed to kill, and then we got all the cavalry, no surprise there. Followed by Old Guard, and so on. Wonderful victory though. Leaves Stettin open for our conquest. And as the Wu fought the first battle and actually got a battle marker, which I didn't even realize. The Battle of Stettin, January of 1818. He will then be awarded the victorious ceremony of slaughtering the garrison at Stettin. And with that, I should be victorious. Region captured. Attacking general, once again for the general that didn't take part. Darling of the gutter press. Right. I have now achieved the victory. I hold all the victory regions. And I hold 40 regions in total. Technically at this point I have won. However, as I mentioned, we will try to go ahead and add on a large battle with a 40 stack against one of these nations, depending on what opportunity arises, and then we will also have a bonus battle against with the Polish. They will liberate their home region. But otherwise, this will be it for this episode. So I will be saying, like I always say, hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.